Being Miami girls, what about Miami draws you here? And Miami is like its own country. You cross the border of Miami and it's like you're in a totally different world. Even when I travel other places, you hear so many people like wanting to move to Miami that it really makes you feel like blessed that you actually like live in the city that everybody says like we live where you vacation.
So Andrea and Mario, I'm super excited that you guys are really our pioneers and visionary in beauty in Miami's culture. How do you see the progression of fashion in Miami?
One of the things I love about it is the renaissance that it's going through. But now everything that's happening on the side of the bridge with the rise of Wynwood design districts, even what's happening in Brickell, although Brickell's, it is Brickell, but there's a lot of really cool things happening there too. A lot of fashion houses are coming to Miami now. And it's kind of on the forefront of progression in terms of fashion and what fashion can be and is becoming.
But we saw the opportunity in Miami with this area to do something meaningful. People you can go anywhere. You can go to South America and people use Wynwood as an example.
Exactly.
In any city, they're like, oh, we're gonna do something like Wynwood.
Yeah, Wynwood really was a modern day precedent on how neighborhoods and up-and-coming cities are designing themselves.
So we're loving the north side a lot more now. It's really up and coming, the Mimo district off Biscayne. All the old motels are kind of revamped. There's cool new stores, boutiques, it's really we're loving that whole vibe of Miami.
It's amazing how you guys have accomplished so much with inside being a boutique, but now starting your own swimwear line. Tell us a little bit about what that means to you and what does that mean being Miami as your backdrop.
Very inspired by a Miami sunset, palm tree, tropical colors that come from leaves from different, tropical plants. Also an oyster shell was one of our main inspirations for the line, and that's what kind of we're going off of, and also just very much our home. So we want everybody to love our product and feel comfortable wearing it, and all the pieces kind of flow together so that you can really create your own look and your own individual bikini.
And how do you see that translate into beauty? I mean, you guys have really been the pioneers, at least through my eyes, on how you stylize individuals and really create these distinct personalities inside the Miami community.
The translation into beauty, I think, it kind of follows that narrative as far as, celebrating your own individual spirit. Who are you? What is it? Look at your hair, for example. It's, you're not going to see hair like that at the Grammys, I don't think, at least. But, it represents you, encapsulates you. It's Aileen. It's very Aileen. And that's really the kind of thing that we want to embrace.
Yeah, I feel now Miami is going through a change, and with change there is the opportunity for us to try to do something different. Break out of that mold. Miami used to be, when we came here, especially in fashion shows, you know what I'm talking about. It was all beach waves, long hair, beach waves, and
I want to punch somebody actually.
Yeah, so we have the opportunity now with Miami growing in this area, especially. Again, like he's saying, treat people as individual and not necessarily do something just because it's a trend. Miami now it's a lot more open-minded. I feel people are moving here from every city in the world, and there is a lot more variety.
Miami's fashion is completely induced by the colors, textures, the iconic imagery. All these things have such a huge influence in how we perceive fashion.
Bienvenido a Miami.